Hey, this is Dustin over here at Mantle. I'm the broker and owner of Mantle Realty. So here's a question that we keep getting asked right now. Should you buy a house in 2022? Well, here in North Carolina, I might surprise you with my answer. The answer is actually maybe. It's not yes like everybody else is thinking that every realtor is going to tell you. You know why? Because we want to build relationships and not just make money right now. We want to make a relationship forever. So here's a way that I would suggest you to look at your situation completely different from everybody else's. If you find a property that you're comfortable with the payments the way they are right now, and it's a property that you love and your family's happy with, then yeah, go ahead and pull the trigger and buy your home. On the other hand, a lot of agents right now are more worried about thinking it's still a seller's market and they're coming in over asking price and thinking that there's going to be multiple offers on the table. Right now, we're not seeing near as many multiple offers as we were 3 months ago. Great news for you buyers out there. There's not near as much competition, so it's a lot easier to go ahead and buy a house, and you don't have to pay over appraisal price right now. People are getting nervous that are selling their properties. People who are selling their properties just want to get out of them for the most part, instead of holding on to them, and they're worried about what might be happening with Uncle Sam and inflation and wars and everything else that's going on in our world. Don't be scared of this. Actually use it to your advantage. If you need a house, go ahead and purchase it. Remember, rent is 100% interest. What do I mean by that? You're not making anything of a payment to your own personal property. You're paying somebody else's home off. You don't have any equity that you're building up that you can use later on in life and have all this money that you can leave to your kids and family members. When you're renting, you are paying 100% interest. So that 5%, 7%, 10% interest rate is really not that bad when you're considering your other options. Another thing I'm going to mention is stay patient. Other sellers have an unrealistic expectation of what's going on in today's world, and so they just go ahead and think that they can get the moon for a property and get a cash offer and everything else. And so they're being a little bit greedy right now. Stay patient. Don't go in too high. Don't give astronomical amounts of due diligence and earnest money if the property's not a perfect fit for you, especially if you're not in a multiple offer situation. Sellers are starting to get a little bit nervous right now, and use that to your advantage as a buyer. The other thing I want to mention is here in North Carolina, the area that we live in, I'm in a very rural location of the Triad area for the most part in comparison of New York City or Charlotte, Raleigh, Washington, D.C. Our market didn't change drastically in 2007, 2008, 2009. We didn't have that sharp decline of 30, 40, 50% on home values like the big cities did. That being said, me personally, I don't believe that our home values are going to drop that much. I do think you're going to see some foreclosures come through, but at the same time, it's going to be still difficult to buy a great deal right now. If you're looking right now and you need to move right now, keep looking. It's okay. So what can you do to buy your house right now and get the deal done? Come in with a good, clean offer if possible. Well, it just means that there's not a bunch of extra items that are added to your offer. Like, you don't have to sell your property. You're not asking for a bunch of closing costs, or that you need 60 days to close on your property, or that you want all these repairs done. If you make it a clean offer from the get-go, then you can negotiate afterwards if the home needs repairs. Keep in mind, anything that you really want done to a property needs to be put in that offer straight from the get-go. So if you're dead set on it needing an exterior coat of paint, well, you better put it in with your offer, because there's chances are the seller might not accept that change later on.